Okay, I think we are live. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I suck with these computers. All right. Non-whites share the same oppressor, and we are all the majority now. We can take over this country. Hmm. Hmm. This is Tim Pool with the Timcast IRL, and Tim does what he does. Everybody should know who Tim is now.
The quiet part out loud when a Democrat basically says white people are all the bad guys and that they can take this country over. The remarkable thing about this is the overt racism,
Yeah.
obviously, but I don't mean just against white people. I mean also against literally every other minority. So this Democrat, Gene Wu, I believe his name is, right? Yeah, Gene Wu, says that non-whites share the same oppressor, and we are the majority now. We can take over this country. Who is we? And who is they, though? Who is they? All right, let me play the clip for you. And yeah.
I always tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and
So this guy just said this. He is in our politics. You know, if anybody saying this was white, oh my God, we would be condemned and racist and all this other bullshit. Here we go.
other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. Because we are the majority in this country now. We have the ability to take over this country and to do what is needed for everyone.
Actually, no. The white people are still the majority. We're over 65%. When you keep trying to bring in illegals and people from other countries, then they will get to that point. When you allow the Muslims to come in and just bring over the whole entire families and build mosque in all these little cities around our country, I mean, yeah, it will happen.
And to make things fair. But the problem is our communities are divided. They're completely
Fair, like China. Fair, like Venezuela. Fair, like Puerto Rico. Fair, like Honduras. Fair, like Mexico. Fair. How come these people don't ever say anything about other countries being fair? It's only America needs to be fair. America needs to be this. America needs to be that. Why is that? Well, the reason is because they want to destroy America and turn America into a third world country like the rest of the world. Sorry, not sorry. Let's continue.
divided. And I talk about I always tell people the
We're
day
going to play this again one more time for you.
Yeah.
the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize
And other.
that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. Because we are the majority in this country now. We have the ability to take over this country and to do what is needed for everyone and to make things fair.
We can now take over this country. What does that mean? I mean, how, as an American, especially a white American with Italian and Irish descent, what does that mean? Because to me, those are fighting words in a sense. You want to take over this country. Well, and make it fair? But he doesn't say how he's going to make it fair. You ever notice that? None of these people tell you how they're going to do things. They push hate and then tell you we need to just change the country. We need to take over this country. We need to get rid of white people. We need to make it fair. But they don't tell you how they're going to do it. Well, if you look around the world, some of these countries try to make it fair. And how well is that going? This guy must be from China. How come he don't talk about China? How China enslaved 1.2 million Uyghur Muslims. Chinese Uyghur Muslims. This was like around COVID. Nobody's talking about it. It was like 2019, I believe. Right before COVID, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. Like, we were talking about America is oppressive. America has slaves, which we do not. Well, the illegals are used as slaves. But nothing about China, who used the Uyghur Muslims as slaves, shaved their heads, made them all wear clothes. Now they sit in, like a building in a factory, and they build stuff for, people around the world to buy at a cheap cost. Slave cost, by the way. He's just another Chinese operative.
But the problem is our communities are divided. They're completely divided.
Because of people like you.
So let's just try and break down the logic real quick. He says Latinos, blacks, Asians, and other. I love being called other, by the way, Gene. Thank you for that one, because demographically, I, of course, as a mixed race person, am other. That's where I land. Okay, the funny thing is, who is they, though? When he's like, we share the same oppressor. I think the assumption is he's talking about white people. Most people were like, he's talking about white people, isn't he? I'm not entirely sure. He might be talking about the Jews. No, for real. But I guess when he says non-whites, let me play that one more time for you.
That they are Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. Because we are the majority in this country now.
Who is oppressed? Like, oh, they mean the illegals because they want to make them legal. That's who they're talking about. When you start understanding that these people don't ever talk to American people, they're only talking to their base, to their globalist regime. They're talking to somebody else. And as people watching this, we go, oh, who is he talking about? Well, he's not talking about us. He's talking to his globalist people to try to take over America. And why is that? Because America is the greatest country there ever is, and there ever will be. And if America goes down, well, the rest of the world is going to suck.
Now, we have the ability to take over this country. I always tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day.
What happened to it? Oh no. Where is the other? What is going on? There we go.
We start winning. Because we are the majority in this country now. We have the ability to take over this country and to do what is needed for everyone.
So he never said non-whites, which is why when I first heard this, I was like, bro, they could be talking about white people because the left loves to talk about white supremacy all day, but he could be talking about the Jews. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that that's what they're on about. But what I love is, anyway, the point is that he's like, but our communities are divided. What? Bro, do you guys remember Stop Asian Hate? When all these liberals and lefties were spam blasting the hashtag Stop Asian Hate because Asians were getting attacked in the street. And then the videos started to emerge and people identified a pattern. A pattern in who was actually the ones attacking Asian people. And as it turned out, it was black people. Not every black person, not black people as a monolith,